Hey, good afternoon, everybody. What is happening is Jason Thrifts, and I hope I got your attention with, do you love Clash of the Titans and pink margaritas? Because they both work into tonight's Thrifty business only on my YouTube channel, Jason T. Smith. Let me find my little banner and get that scrolling across the bottom. Tonight, where is it? Thrifty Business tonight on YouTube, 8 o'clock East Coast, 5 o'clock West Coast. That is 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock in the mountain. But our guest tonight has nothing to do. Well, actually, funny. The pink margaritas and our guest are all part of a Thrifty encounter that she is part of, but that she did not realize she was part of. So Betty Suter is our guest, and she came to my attention because she had made an amazing post in my Facebook group, the Thrifting Board, about the value of 5 minutes, because we all wish we had more time in our day. And if you can figure out how to squeeze out 5 minutes extra a day, just 5 minutes at the end of the month, that's about 2.5 hours. And so what could you do with your online business with 2.5 hours? That's pretty awesome. Hello, Nay, Sabrina, Janet, how the hell are you? Hey, Todd, how you doing, buddy? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Plus, bonus fun story. Janet bought a G.I. Joe whose foot was not attached anymore for 2 Peggy quarters, and you'll be shocked at what she sold it for. And the other fun bonus, Lisa Boland, one of the admins / lifeguards in the Thrifting Board, is my co-host tonight. You've seen her before, but she's taken her first baby steps into a new arm of the online selling journey, one we all have been doing forever, one she just started last week. So it's fun to see someone take their first steps into a new part of online selling. So that should be fun too. And I did have pictures queued up, maybe. Hello. Picture work. Oh, there we go. I was going the wrong way. Clash of the Titans. Now, when I say that, I mean the original. Not this bullshit remake. The original 80s Clash of the Titans, or maybe 79. Harryhausen. Harryhausen, is that his name? His stop animation stuff was just awesome, especially if you're a kid in the 80s and 70s, even the 60s, I think. So yeah, I spent $25 on that, and if I'm sharing it, I sold it for way more than 25. And then there's the pink margaritas. Woohoo! Now, does anyone recognize these pink margaritas? Yeah, Ray Harryhausen. Man, I stumbled over his name. I just realized that it says right in the picture where it's from. Let me get rid of the one with the swizzle in it. There we go. So if you didn't see that, get out. Nadine knows a movie? Shut up. That's amazeballs, because Nadine don't know nothing. He had a crush on the Andrew Blade Perseus. Nice. Yes, don't they look good, Nicole? But they led to an awful night. So that's a Thrifty encounter. But my guest tonight on Thrifty Business is part of the Thrifty encounter. She just didn't know it. While we were chatting today, because I always do a pre-chat with the guest to make sure mainly their camera and mic work. We started talking. I'm like, oh, you don't realize you were part of one of the most miserable days of my life. And I'll explain all that tonight. So it should be a fun and interesting show. All right. Tonight, Thrifty Business, 8 o'clock East Coast, 5 o'clock West Coast, 7 Central, 6 Mountain. The value of 5 minutes, plus an amazing G.I. Joe score, plus Lisa's taking some baby steps, plus a drunken escapade that involved pink margaritas, and great feedback and our feedback of the week. So all kinds of fun stuff. Great scores. Good shipping tips. Oh, and one of the shipping tips involves this. Oops. Give you his face. Yes, a clown. So all kinds of fun stuff tonight. Look like Peptoritas. I don't know Peptoritas, and it's definitely not that. Definitely not that. So it comes from the middle of the country. Yes, I'll take an extra 5 minutes too. So, the reason that Betty made this post in the Thrifting Board was a lot of people, and maybe not so much in the Thrifting Board because y'all are kick-ass sellers, but a lot of people in other Facebook groups don't have enough time, and then they have excuses why they don't have enough time, or I'm not selling enough, and here's all my excuses. One of them sometimes being time. And I've always subscribed to enough of these excuses. Buckle down. The people who spend 2 hours on the phone to try and thwart a $15 return never ever realizes that they're not valuing their time. Those 2 hours spent over $15 is pointless. I wouldn't spend more than 30 seconds, because in those 2 hours you could list and sell so many other things. That fight for something that's $1,000. Don't fight for something that's $15. It's not worth it. It ain't worth, whether you're right or wrong, it ain't worth it. So that's when people get into these excuses of, I got enough time. Oh yeah, what'd you do this week? And then they tell you, and they're like, well, why'd you do these 3 things? Because those are pointless, just running in the mud. You're just running in the mud. You're not getting nowhere. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Valuing your time. People always say, okay, I spent this much. Here's my fees. I made this much. Okay, but how many hours did that take? Did you value your time? Oh, did you make $20,000, but it took you 53,000 man hours? Well, that's not really worth it, is it now? But no one ever sits down and thinks that out. And so Betty had seen some people complaining and said, you know what? 5 minutes. You can find 5 minutes. Here's how you find 5 minutes. And I said, I love that. I love that idea because it's so just very simplistic. 5 minutes is all we want you to find, because that might lead to then finding 10 minutes. You just never know. Be there or be square for sure. Bring in a notepad. Oh, yes. And we are talking about margaritas. I will have rum tonight, but we are talking about margaritas for sure. And ones that you should go get. And so when I explain the whole story and where it's at, if you're anywhere nearby or going to be, you should get them. You should just not have what I had before and after. That was the problem. The middle was okay. The beginning and the end are what screwed things up. All right. So what are we talking here? 2 hours. I'll see y'all in 2 hours and 14 minutes at this point. So mark your calendars, mark your watches, tell your Siris, tell your Alexis's, hey, remind me at 8 p.m. Eastern. I got to go turn on YouTube. If you got some friends who are resellers, please let them know to come join us tonight, because we'll be having a fun evening. So me, Lisa, Betty, it's going to be a great time, and all of y'all. All right. Thank you guys. Good to see you. I'll see you in a little over 2 hours. Bye.